99.9, the clean, fresh stereo sound, wherever you are in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning. The Layou Government School Parent Teachers Association will be having a meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, February 4th at 3:30 p.m. That's tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. at the school. Parents, guardians of students attending the Layou Government School. Yes, you're asked to take note. Let's see, something else here. Condolences. I must express condolences to my auntie, Sharon Pemberton, on the passing of her fiance, Doyle. I met Doyle a few years ago. I was actually there when they got engaged. We quickly became friends. A good heart, a good soul, gentle guy, really good guy. Saddened to hear of his passing. So that's two of my good people in quick succession. Did I say February? I meant March. So March 4th. Yes, March 4th. Thank you, Cathy. Thank you, Cathy. Yeah, we have some good people listening. Yeah, good ears. Yeah, so that's the PTA meeting of the Layou Government School. Will be. No wonder say February. It's February. The woman typing the thing. I was just reading straight. Oh Lord. Yeah, that's why I said February. Looking back now, I'm wondering if I made a mistake. I just repeated the mistake. So yeah. Yeah, March 4th. Right. Now, what now? Sat and listened to a situation that is unfolding at the Diamond landfill. Yeah, so somebody called Gart Sanders and tell him to listen carefully. Somebody called Mr. Osborne Quao and tell him to listen carefully. Gart Sanders heads the CWSA and Mr. Osborne Quao heads a department of the CWSA, the Solid Waste Management Unit. It is amazing that we allow certain things to happen right under our noses as if we have no control. There's no regulations, no rules, no standards. It bothers me because what we allow is what will continue. Now, I've heard about dumpster diving all over in those big countries where people, some who are poor, some who aren't so poor, will decide to go through dumpsters and pick up whatever they can, salvage whatever they can. In fact, some people do it as big business. Yeah, they salvage stuff that are thrown away. And the truth is, some really good stuff gets thrown away. A friend of mine told me that one time they were walking the streets of New York and there was a butterfly table tennis board. I played table tennis as a teenager. So when I heard butterfly, I go like, whoa, that's a brand name. That's a big brand name for table tennis. Top of the line thing. So yeah, he said it was abandoned because one of the stands, there are 4 stands, and one was just leaning, so it couldn't balance anymore. And they throw the whole thing away instead of fixing that. So he said, boy, I can fix that. So he said he took it up, and he took it back to where he was staying, got it bubble wrapped, took it to standard shippers, first morning, and ship it home. And he said he played on that thing right here in St. Vincent for a number of years. Yeah. Another one tell me that sometime on the side of the road you see good couches, good TVs, good fridges, because people just discard these things because they didn't treat. So I could understand people salvaging stuff. I could understand people picking up used items. I could understand people going through dumpsters because some of us are not as fortunate as everyone else. But you see, when we get to the landfill itself, That, my friend, should be a controlled facility. That should be a controlled facility. As it stands right now in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, our landfill seem to be free for all. Remember the days of Sino? I used to hear some stories about down Sino when a particular supermarket would dump goods and people will be jumping over each other's heads, fighting each other to get stuff that was thrown away. That was years ago. When the incinerator, it wasn't even a proper dump site, it was just basically a big open space where we burn garbage. And that used to happen. That used to happen at Annisvale, right next to our airport, our port of entry. And people used to want to kill one another for garbage, for stuff that was thrown away. I shudder to think that that is still happening even today. I want to believe that we have modernized garbage collection. And I want to believe that we have done a whole lot better in collecting white goods. And I don't want to believe in St. Vincent and the Grenadines when we say white goods. Somebody's taken a very good fridge, put it on the side of the road because it is white goods collection day, and they saw a brand new one by Coates for $5 so that they can go and buy it. I mean, in these bigger countries, these items are $300 and $400 in it. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I saw a fridge in my place. That fridge is $10,000. You could get a car in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for $10,000. But generally speaking, you can get a fridge, refrigerator, somewhere between $1,500, $2,000 an hour. Can go as high as $10,000. Those flat screen TVs are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. But I don't see people just throwing good stuff away. So on a white goods collection day, they do it perhaps for free twice per year. In other countries, you better take that to the landfill yourself and pay a fee to get it crushed and processed. But in St. Vincent, we collect it for free. Pay the trucking and everything, get it out there and deal with that out there. But we have a growing problem where the trucks can't operate properly, the workers can't operate properly, because there's scores of people out there salvaging. You saw a $10,000 TV too? Oh yes, I saw one in a store. I dare not call the name of the store, but it's a pretty, pretty store. And here, that TV was like 65 inches. Yeah, big TV. It was 9,000 and change. Yes. $10,000 TV. But the people who are working at the landfill, they're beginning to say they now fear for their lives, because they have been threatened by people who come there, who believe that a lot of these things that are thrown away are still good. So we have two problems. Stuff that we're trying to get rid of ends back out of the landfill, back into perhaps, I don't know, somebody trying to fix them, somebody trying to deal with them. Some people make a business out of it. Because, yeah, you may throw away a fridge because the top ain't cooling or the bottom part ain't freezing or vice versa, and you throw that out. When a man say, boy, all it need is a new Inca ventricular contraption, whatchamacallit, you know. And he can get one of that and he fix that and he have a fridge that he can sell now for perhaps $500. A fella told me he went out there and he got some washing machines, and all they needed was two of this and two of the whatchamacallits and the ventriculos, and he have washing machines now. So yeah, I fully understand that some people, but there must be some regulations. There must be some control. Imagine a truck backing up. A truck trying to bring stuff to dump, and there are people underneath the truck. and the workers dare not touch them. The truckman afraid to even dump because there are people under there waiting to get the first piece that comes off. It is a dangerous situation. It is a situation that is spiraling out of control. It is a situation that can get somebody hurt or killed. I want to see how long Osborne Quao and Guard Sanders is going to take to put some security out of that facility. Security, and I'm talking about serious security. It don't have to be police security, but it has to be security to the point where, unless you're doing business with the facility, where you go and you leave your ID and you collect a pass, just like they do on the wharf, to go and bring stuff in and do that, how in heaven's name can you decide to go down to the facility and the man say, watch men building up shacks in it? Yeah, man had little plywood shacks down there with everything there, and he's waiting there all day, waiting to see trucks come and dump so that he can salvage. And we allow that. They chase the truckmen, they curse the truckmen, they curse the workers, they curse the supervisors of the facility. Why? Because you want to find a TV that perhaps have 6 more months of use in it. Yes, it is a business. I used to watch Sanford and Sons. There are people who do big business out of that. But there must be some control. Until somebody gets seriously hurt out of that facility, maybe then we'll put some checks and balances in place. And you know what's the worst thing? You know what's the worst thing? Goods that are no longer deemed fit for human consumption, when they are being dumped at that site, big fighting does that. We need to control that. Imagine we are talking about coronavirus coming here, and God forbid that it makes me laugh sometimes that we have to remind people to wash their hands and how to sneeze and how to wipe their nose and how to I could understand teaching that to children. But adults, I need to tell you to wash your hands after you eat. I need to tell you to wash your hands before you eat. I need to tell you wash your hands before you use the toilet. Because on your way in, you're touching doorknobs. You're touching taps and all kind of things. You're touching all kind of things. So you need to wash your hands. And as soon as you finish, you wash your hands. You use a toilet tissue and you touch the doorknob and you open that. When it is open, you take that same tissue, you fold it and you put it inside the toilet or in the bin. I need to tell you that. These are things every grown-up should know. One of the things you need to do is they're like $2 and $3 now. Go to any of the department stores. There are hand sanitizers that can clip onto the bags of children or clip it onto their belt buckle, the loop of the belt or the loop of the skirt. Make sure that your children have hand sanitizers with them. Because hand washing at schools could be a tricky thing. Because the bathrooms are overcrowded at break time and lunchtime, and the children may feel like the little ones always get pushed around. Bacchanal and fighting does start like that. Give them hand sanitizers, give them tissue. Protect our children, especially wet wipes. They're not just for babies. You could clean their mouth with that, clean their hands with that, discard it, use the hand sanitizers in the absence of water. Make sure you have your children getting these things. The adults, however, we can't force feed. When you're sneezing, sneeze like this. Into your, right here, so the fold of your elbow, if you do not have tissue with you. I know a lot of people don't walk around with tissue. I don't. But sneezing into your hand is a problem. Or just sneezing into the air is a problem. Because that hand there is going to wipe it on your clothes. And that same hand there is going to shake somebody's hand and them kind of thing. Yeah? But we are worried about coronavirus coming here. And we are not worried about the risk that we are putting our people in. Right here. 2 creatures that you will find at every dump site. Every dump site. Cockroaches rats. And rats comes in two sizes. Some we call mice. Some we call rats, but we call everything rat. Big rat, small rat. The rats are the bigger ones. Mice is little ones. But these are vectors. These carry diseases. And one of the biggest ones is one called leptospirosis. It can kill you. People have died in this country from leptospirosis. We should not allow people to go to dump sites and monkey around as much as they want and do whatever they want, cuss workers, chase supervisors, fight up with truckmen, carry on, and putting themselves at risk. It should be a controlled facility. It should not be a free-for-all. People are putting themselves at risk and we need to protect them from that. And don't talk about the goods that are no longer deemed fit for human consumption. Only God alone will know what will happen. All the gastroenteritis cases that we have, that we perhaps don't do a lot of tracing as to where it comes from. But the health authorities need to pay attention to this, because they will say it's the business if they want to go out and eat it after they don't dump it. But our health facilities are basically free. And when people get sick, they go straight to our health facilities. They become overwhelmed. And guess who gets to pay the bill? Taxpayers. Yes. So how about we start at the beginning? Stop the nonsense now. Put the regulations in place. Put the stops gaps in place. Let the truckmen get a badge or an ID. You leave your ID at the booth and you have a temporary pass that authorizes you to be at the facility. Let's put security in a bigger way at that place. Nobody can stop you from going through anybody garbage, any supermarket garbage like they do in the rest of the world. Nobody can stop you from going through dumps in town. Nobody can stop you. But when it gets to the landfill, we ought to control it there. Stuff that goes there, no longer fit for human consumption, should not be allowed to leave. If there's a recall for goods that are no longer deemed fit and we dump it there, people taking it and eating it still, are we allowing that? Control this. Fix this. Put the regulations in place. And we may very well save a few lives. Gastrointestinal issues. These are things that overwhelm our health facilities. And we can... I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. But until we decide in the safety of the workers out there, what about the safety of the truckmen? These people are being threatened on a daily basis. What about that? Fix that. Please? Pretty please, fix that. All right? Good. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Once again, the Parent Teachers Association of the Layou Government School will be having their PTA meeting tomorrow, March 4th, at the Layou Government School, 3:30 p.m. Have a great day, my